What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're back at it with a Black Clover Chapter 310 review. And man, I know I didn't get a chance to get the leaks out. I was in Denver I got there, I had to get up early on Thursday, so it was like I had ended up recording I saw the leaks and I was like, yo, this is super dope. But whenever I'm in Denver, I'm doing a bunch of not random, but I have events that I do out there, and so it's just like, dang, couldn't get to it. But I'm here and I want to get into this, and then this might lead into a couple of other videos as far as possibly a prediction video. But man, let's get into this. It's called Unyielding Right and Wrong, and the intense battle between Zenon and Yuno is continuing, and honestly, I cannot wait to see this animated because man, this is intense. But we see Yuno dropping yet another Star Magic spell called Star Magic Quartel Flegion. And he basically is able to connect all the freaking stars and use it as a whip and squeak. That's good that Zenon has regenerative powers, because he would be completely split in half and be done. Like, that's the cool thing about anime and mangas, is that like when you get characters like this, it's getting super creative in how you can completely destroy them knowing that they can regenerate. But Zenon uses a spell of his own, a mixture of bone and spatial magic called Demon Sword Daylif, and he's basically literally tearing space apart and shattering as far as stars, and can't regenerate them fast enough. Now we get a little flashback and we get, boom, the fourth Zegradiv sibling sitting down and his face blurred, and it's interesting because he goes on to say that with the devil's power, we four, the Zegradiv siblings, can use our magic to remake humanity. Now we have to take into consideration what three of the four's original magic, not including the devil magic, is, which is Vonika's blood magic, Dante's body magic, and Zenon's bone magic. And it makes me think, what would be a fourth thing that a human would need, other than the soul, and the heart. And a lot of this is having to deal with as far as like, the heart and the heart of a devil and different things like that. So I'm curious, let me know what y'all think, because everyone's pretty much under the same, the same thing when in consideration that this person's gonna have the time devil. But as far as like what the other magic is, the original magic that's not devil, not sure. But we see freaking pull out his Spirit of Boris the same time with the Spectral Rapture, and Zenon's just all like, this time it's over because I got rid of all of his stars. And then boom, comes out in Saint stage form, and we get a little bit more understanding of what another aspect of how you can develop Saint stage. So Saint stage is attained when the resonance between the spirit and its host is very close to 100%. By staying in the fight that kept him on the verge of death, is able to have the power to destroy a devil. Now we have to take into consideration how only was able to get this Saint stage to now. I think I can't remember who the name, but they had brought it up, and it was a very important line from Bell earlier, which was, it feels like I know the real Now remember, Bell is, one of the main spirits, and so with her saying that, that's her growing closer to Yuno, thus him getting close to that 100% mark, allowing him to now be at a saint stage. Then, he does conjunction, because he was able to create another star, comes up behind Zenon and hits him with a Saint Spirit, a Zephyr Slice, swing. And I thought that was very dope, because that's when the fight was originally going on, when he first met Zenon, that was one of the things, his go-to, and it wasn't enough. But now, for him to be able to slice and dice Zenon's freaking devil heart, KO. Where's that little KO? Wins. And it ends with that. So now I want to break down a few things. So, is Zenon gone? And as far as this fourth Zegradiv sibling and their ultimate goal with all of this. Now, if we look back at chapter, let's see. So, Zenon says to Beelzebub, "Give me the heart of a devil. In exchange for that heart, he will give everything." Now, there's several things that we have to take into consideration. The only person we've known to become a devil and become human again after the defeat of Magicula was Lolo Pacheco. Now, there's a lot of theories as far as Magicula not actually being gone, because she may have multiple hearts. Now, what if Zenon doesn't actually die from this, but just the devil heart? We don't know what all this stuff goes into play. Another thing is Zenon, the fact that we got Zenon's backstory, and when we got his backstory, we got his brother, the fourth Zegradiv sibling, and we're starting to hear and see more aspects of him. So I personally don't think that Zenon would die before the appearance of the fourth sibling. Personally, because it seemed like they were very close, and I just think it would be weird for him to not pop up, like for Zenon to die, and for the fourth Zegradiv sibling to come in and just not have like any conversation or interaction, and just Zenon being dead. So personally, I don't think that Zenon, I think there's going to be some weird, I think this is where the tides are all going to turn, and I don't know if this is going to be a good thing for the good guys, everyone. Because we have to take into consideration how everything was left. Everything was left with the apparent defeat of Dante, Vonica, and Zenon. So I wouldn't be surprised if moving forward, we either get the fourth Zegradiv sibling that comes at the end of chapter 311, or we get a switch over to possibly Morris or the aftermath of Dante and Jack. There's a couple of ways that this could go. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is as far as what the fourth Zegradiv sibling had said, which was, to basically remake, everybody and let me bring it back. to remake humanity. With those four siblings to remake humanity with the devil's power. So I don't know. There's some overart. There's some other stuff, because it's just like, okay, cool. We got the Dark Triad going on. Not only that, we got Morris going on. And then on top of that, the high-ranking devils that are a part of the Zagradiv siblings seems to be almost like doing their own thing, kind of like chilling. Like there seems to be something that they're wanting to do that the Dark Triad doesn't know about. And then we have this fourth Zagradiv sibling that they're covering his face, probably because we've seen this person a lot, and it would be a dead giveaway. So anyways, this chapter is super dope. I'm actually excited for where this is going. There is so many twisted turns that is happening, and I'm just all like, whoa, what will we pick up next? But anyways, this has been the composition of MC that writes fiction. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe, notification bell, drop a comment. What do you think is about to go down? What do you think that the fourth Zagradiv siblings' original magic is? Not the devil magic, but the original magic. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to support me directly as well, I have a manga out, the Most Random Manga Ever, Volume 1 Momentum. You can get that. You can read 8 issues online for free, or you can get Volume 1, which has 11 issues, paperback and digital, and you can listen to my most recent single, Invincible Summer. Anyways, this is Miss Composition MC that writes fiction. Peace.
Darkness, turn the galaxy into my office. Translating thoughts into deep science. Got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the solo, it's a boss. At the heart of my winter,